leaders. Coming back into that, relevant to that, now when you are developing your team for the next level, motivation in your team is actually a very critical factor, I believe, and most of us can agree there. We would like to know, how do you motivate your team?
Okay, motivation. So now, I think there are two things in life. One is motivation, other one is discipline, right? Certain things you are really motivated to do, certain things you'll have to do whether you are motivated or not. So therefore, both are critical. I think we are giving too much of priority for motivation. I think that's how the management books are written. Many books are written on motivation, not on discipline. So we generally give more priority for the motivation. Almost we believe that you've got to be motivated to do anything. Not really. There'll be 1,000 different things that you will have to do, whether you like it or not, whether you are motivated or not. They will have to be done because they are the right thing to be get done for the organization. So therefore, both are critical, motivation and discipline. Now coming back to, even though your question is on the motivation, so coming back to the question on the motivation, how do you motivate your team? Telling the truth, hopefully. You just go and tell them how great it is as at now, or how bad it is as at now. And then you just tell them very openly what you think about the situation, rather than going and telling them, look here, don't worry, everything is great. Go and tell them, look here, not a great situation to be in. This month might not be a great news. So telling the truth, I think is good enough. If you can go and tell them, look here, this is the real situation, but of course you got to have being any leader, you got to have the ability of storytelling. You got to be able to go and tell a story. You got to be able to go and sell a story within the framework of telling the truth. So you can't go and tell your team, look here, everything is bad, I don't know what I'm going to do. You can't say that. But you have to go and tell the truth. Well, things are bad, but this is what I think it's going to be. This is what I'm going to do, and what do you think? What you are going to do. So I think without doing any magic of theoretical motivation in the books, or without doing what people generally think as motivators, if you tell the truth and if you share your genuine view of what the hell is happening around, team will be motivated. They will know that they will know the real situation. Everyone comes to office not to destroy it. Everyone comes to office to do good for the organization and to benefit out of it, and to develop themselves. So as long as they have that opportunity, as long as they know that things are great and we can go to one step further by working together, or as long as they know things are not great, but then we can make a difference if you work together, I think teams will be motivated. So it's that simple if you really look at it as it, but that simple things will get really complicated because of so-called management teaching. But if you forget about management teaching and go back to what you are as a human being, a lot of things will get resolved. If you don't follow management or leadership, if you forget about both, and if you become a good human being, things will get resolved. Then there is nothing called motivation. You go and tell the truth and people will be motivated. But then now there's something called motivation. We try to think how to motivate is actually not required. That's coming from the management. But if you try to be a good human being, where you go and say, look here, this is what the situation is, and this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want from you guys, and if everything goes well, you will benefit, I'll benefit, company will benefit. Rest of the management becomes irrelevant then. So that's, I think, is the way to motivate.
Channa?